enjoyed it so much. I thought it was a super fun film. And then unfortunately, I came up and I knew that there's some things going on with Mr. Miller. Like again, back to my childhood watching the Batman. I can't. I mean, should we like this film because of who this person is?
I think that's whoever the producers are. They need to take care of that. If they talked about reshooting it, they didn't reshoot it. Screw them. And I thought he gave a fine performance.
And I enjoyed every minute of it. In fact, I was sitting there and going, "This is a great movie. I'm enjoying myself."
It's a great
So
movie. I have to be honest. I'm a DC fan. And I mean, I went to see it when the original Batman came out with the original, I call it the original, with Michael Keaton, the Tim Burton version. I mean, I thought that was the greatest thing since peanut butter, right? My God, the scandals of Hollywood go so far back, and I can dredge up so many goddamn scandals about Hollywood. It'll blow your mind. And you probably watched some of them.
Amateur Girl and Fanboy present the Big Bad Glass Movie Review.
hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. This week we're going to be talking about The Flash with Ezra Miller. Yeah, and many other people in the film, but he stars. So I will start. I just saw the film this afternoon on Father's Day. And so initially, I enjoyed it so much. I thought it was a super fun film. And then unfortunately, I came up and I knew that there's some things going on with Mr. Miller. And that kind of tainted it.
I am non-binary.
Unfortunately, people don't love this film. I really did enjoy it. I loved Michael Keaton. I loved Ben Affleck stars in this film in the beginning. It was just super fun with Michael Keaton. It was like, again, back to my childhood watching the Batman. I can't do it the way they do it, but so it was just a good, like, again, like just back from my childhood. It brought me back, little rewind, just like in the movie. But I mean, should we like this film because of who this person is?
I think that's an American trait. I think the Americans are a little bit over the top with their cancel culture. But that's me. Ezra Miller, I really liked. I think he's got some real issues in his personal life. So I think I just drew the line and said, that's his problem, his issues. That's whoever the producers are. They need to take care of that. If they talked about reshooting it, they didn't reshoot it. Screw them. And I thought he gave a fine performance.
Yeah, he did. And then just a fun note, I came home with I have 3 teenage boys and I was like running around the house like he does. Yeah. I wish I was the Flash.
Oh, yeah. It was fantastic. I thought it was but go ahead, continue. I'll go on.
Yeah. So I just want to go for a run. Actually, in 8th grade, I read a highlights article about how to run correctly. And I was a super dork. And I was out there running as fast as I could. I'm not a runner, not a fast runner anyways. So I appreciated the way that he ran in the film. So without the knowledge of him as in his, him as a person, the actor, if I forget about that, I personally loved it. I know a lot of people hated it and they thought the movie was a disaster. I thought it was super fun and I enjoyed every minute of it. In fact, I was sitting there and going, "This is a great movie. I'm enjoying myself."
It was a great movie. It was a great movie, and it'll be a great movie in 10 years. People still watch this movie. I watched it in IMAX. It was fabulous. Now I have to be honest. I'm a DC fan, and I mean, I went to see it when the original Batman came out with the original. I call it the original, with Michael Keaton, the Tim Burton version. I mean, I thought that was the greatest thing since peanut butter. Right? It was just a fantastic movie. And then to see Michael Keaton come back, want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. You just love it, right? What you cannot love it. You cannot not love it. And if you did not like the movie, it's because one, you're not a DC fan. You don't care for comic book movies, especially. And two, if you're caught up with this Ezra Miller thing, I mean, oh my God, the scandals of Hollywood go so far back, and I can dredge up so many goddamn scandals about Hollywood. It'll blow your mind. And you probably
Oh,
watched some
boogers.
late night TV about some actor who was horrendous, in his private life. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, because of our internet thing, we can just bring all this out now, and it's all in real time. So I hope that he works things out, and I hope his career isn't completely a complete disaster, because I quite liked him in this part. I know that they're not going to bring him back, but that's okay. But again, it made a good movie. Now the directors who made this happen is Andy Machete and his sister Barbara Machete, who is the producer. I don't know if she produced this, but she's a producer on a lot of his movies. They started out in Argentina. They're Argentinians, and they made a 3-minute short, Mama. Guillermo del Toro saw that short, and he said, "Oh my God, this is an incredibly scary little short." And he brought him under, and he produced it, and they directed that movie, Mama. That's how they got started.
Ah.
So again, very humble beginnings, right? And now he's in charge of The Flash. He directed the 2 It movies, Stephen King's It. He did that. And he may be doing the new series of Batman movies that are coming out. I can't remember the name of them, but there's a new series that they're developing, and he might be in charge of it. Now, again, it depends on how popular this movie is. I've noticed from the critics and stuff, which is so funny. When I first turned on my phone after the movie, I saw it last Thursday, it was at 71%. I go, okay, well, 20%, whatever. Now it's at 66%, so it's dropped. So it's hard to say what the reason is. It's kind of like with the Little Mermaid. Is it because the woke thing? I mean, we don't know. I mean, and the Little Mermaid's the opposite. It's the right wingers are hating on it, and this one, the left wingers are hating on it for. I don't know. I still really don't know what the hell he's done. To make him hate him so much. But one negative thing I have to say, what the effing hell is what with these multiverses? I actually thought it worked pretty well in this movie, though, with the chrono bowl and everything. I thought the CGI was a little weak in some of that. And I thought it was kind of funny that Christopher Reeve's got more screen time than Henry Cavill did. who was the present Superman, or was, right? And Christopher Reeve, they gave him a ton of screen time. Now, some people thought that was bad because he's passed away. But they're using his image. What's that? I did too. I loved all that. I loved them bringing, George Reeves up there in black and white. All there was 152 Easter eggs in this movie.
Wow.
I could not pick out all 152. Impossible. The one I really liked a lot was the Nicolas Cage one. That's funny that they used him in Spider-Verse too. But the Nicolas Cage one's for real. Tim Burton back in the 90s was going to make a Superman movie. And that long-haired, angry Superman movie, got an earring, some tattoos. Can you give a tattoo to Superman? I don't know. That's just an angry, And then they actually shot scenes, and then they just canned it. But I like the theme. I like the idea. They could bring it back and use a different actor, right? And still have Tim Burton direct.
Yeah.
Cage is a little bit older.
Well, we shall meet.
But there's
a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little, because he's about my age. Anyway, anything else about this? Ezra Miller was great. The Chrono Bowl, I thought, was a little weak on the CGI. But the multiverse worked pretty well in this one. And I mean, the opening scene was amazing. That was a tour de force, where he saves all the babies. That was a freaking masterpiece, right?
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
It was incredible. And then the story was engaging, and I liked the way he interacted with his, Parent Trap, twin or whatever it was, right? Parent Trap style.
Of course.
And
it's my favorite movie, so the Parent Trap, the old one.
You got to bring that in there. And then anything else? The ending of it with Aquaman. Did you sit to the credits and watch the very?